plenty fans, I know plenty fiends. Bitch, I'm chasing goals, I ain't chasing dreams. A lot of people stuck in a place they never seen. It's a cold world, best friends turn to enemies. People come, people go, a lot of memories. Ain't no second chances, bitch, this ain't Jeopardy. The hug got my back, cause they know I got the recipe.
What's up, guys? Oops. Maybe the host should pick up his mic, huh? What's up, guys? We're here, Pillar Talk, episode 163. 163. We're here with Dalano DaLion.
Yo.
And Miguel Angel.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, peeps?
Yep. So, you guys, let's take turns. Tell us who you are, Dalano.
My name is Dalano. I make music. I rap. I produce. I own 2 recording studios in Detroit. Part of Put Your People On Clothing. Shout out to the Forum magazine. Shout out to everybody, man. I got a part a little bit in a lot, but it's mainly the studios. Check out the studios, the Lion Nation Studios.
Miguel?
Cool. Yeah, it's Miguel Angel. I am owner operator of Cilantro Off the Rails in Dundee. So yeah, we've launching a new concept there in our restaurant, and I'm super excited to be part of everything here in Monroe. So man,
hell
excited,
yeah. I know I've eaten your food, and let's go with that real quick. You said you're opening up a new restaurant. Let's go into that a little bit.
Maybe new or not so new, but more of just reinventing my business. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Almost like hitting a restart button. Like when you gotta restart your computer.
Oh yeah.
And maybe something isn't going your way, or maybe you're just ready for change. And
Control-Alt-Delete.
Bam, man, a clean slate for me, and I'm just super excited just to get things going over there. So we started here in Monroe County in 2019 with Cilantro Taco Trailer.
Yep.
So yeah, we actually was in the market to get a restaurant back in 2019, and I fell into this taco trailer, and we got it all branded up. I was working for Verizon Wireless at the time, so I pretty much weekend to get my food truck. I pretty much put my 2-week notice in at Verizon and then never looked back. So I did that for a solid year, just hitting the road. I called it the tour because I was hitting every city, man. So my dad used to own a restaurant in Detroit many years ago for about 30 years or so. So he had a huge footprint over there, and I pretty much took his menu and his recipes and pretty much flipped it on, made it my own pretty much. So we did that for a solid year, and then COVID hit, of course. 2020 came around, and then the people who were at my commissary is like a commercial kitchen that you operate out of. So when you're in a food truck, you should have like a commercial kitchen that you work out of.
Okay.
So you can't really just get
everything ready in.
Right. Everything ready, right, all the equipment that you need, things like that. And then you get on the road and just go from there.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So I was working out this back of this restaurant here in Dundee, and it just kind of worked out in my favor. And after 1 year of doing that, the people who had the place, they retired, they pretty much moved to Florida. And opportunity came when COVID hit. I was like, I'm down, bro. So I signed up for that. I took the lease over in January 1st, 2020. So 1 year. Okay, so June 1st, 2019, I got my food truck. June 1st, 2020. I got the restaurant, and then we pretty much took like his concept because he had a huge breakfast following. Okay. So I took his breakfast there, and then I added on my Mexican food, and then we did that for a couple of years, man. It was solid though. So then unfortunately, some stuff happened in my personal life, and then we ended up there was a big chain that came down the road for me, and it's kind of took a lot of my business away, honestly.
A Mexican food chain.
Yeah, Mexican food chain. So at this point, dude, like honestly, for me, I've always been like restaurants they're just boring to me, bro. Honestly, like restaurants for me are boring. The experience is boring. I think it's played out unless you're going to like fancy restaurants or something unique or different. Like if you go through any of these restaurants around here, these chains or even smaller guys, like it's just boring. Like, hey, what would you like to drink today?
Diner setup or something like that. Yeah,
there's no excitement there.
You're right.
And
not even when you go to like Red Robin anymore.
No.
You used to be exciting when you went to places like Red Robin, and now it's just another victim.
Yeah, I mean the most hype you get is like Texas Roadhouse, right? They got like great music playing. They got the people. You know what I'm saying?
This is different for your birthday.
Different energy. but if you look around in that place, you're gonna see people with a large amount of people, right? So like very rarely you're gonna see like a couple going there, things like that. You're gonna go there for like to do the yeehaw stuff.
Yeah, the group.
So what I did is I kind of took that idea, that concept of just having that energy. And last year I went down to the Gulf Shores, and I have 3 daughters, so I was like, hey, let's make this cool. Let's check out the Buc-ee's coming down there. And like you guys ever been to Buc-ee's?
Never yet.
Never.
Oh, bro, it's like Kingdom Come over there. I swear to God, it's like completely different experience. You think, oh, just a gas station, but like we go back to the experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's going to set me apart. So when you walk into a Buc-ee's, every single employee in the building stops what they're doing. They're like, hey, walk in the Buc-ee's. Hey, walk in the Buc-ee's. Hey, walk in the Buc-ee's. I'm like, fuck, I'm home, dude. Like, this is great. Like, this is awesome. I spent $395 in that boy that day. On t-shirts, socks, just sunwear. My daughter's got me. Let's put it that way, But I had the
welcome to Buc-ee's.
Welcome to Buc-ee's. Hey, drop your wallet. And if anyone's been to Buc-ee's, they're gonna comment below. They'll tell you that you'll drop a pretty penny over there.
I saw they pay people pretty well too. I just saw a post actually.
Do they have food in there?
Showed everything.
Do they have food in there? They have shopping. They have a little bit of everything. And that's something I took away from that experience. Mm-hmm. Then from there, went to the Gulf Shores. We hit up like Dick's Last Resort. And then it was just fun. It was a fun restaurant. The food, it was all right. But like the one thing you remember is the experience that you had.
Most of those places that are fun aren't going to be your top quality food. Yeah, they're going to be good. Don't get me wrong.
So if you can have a great food, great product, and a great experience, bro, it's
unstoppable.
It's your key to success.
Yep.
So personally, I fell in love with the food truck experience, and I feel like going to a food truck is like 10 times more exciting than going to a restaurant. To be honest with you, it's fresher food. You get to see the person making your food. You get to shoot the shit with them, talk to them a little bit. Hey, what's going on? Crack a joke here and there.
And most of the time, they're hustling because they're still coming up, right?
Right.
Not always, but sometimes.
Because brick and mortars are placed on like a really big pedestal. You know what I mean? So you have a brick and mortar, that's where you made it. That's not really the case, bro. Because there's so much overhead with having a restaurant and a building. Like you would know that having the studios and stuff. Dude, overhead is like crazy ridiculous. Yeah. And like it's going up nonstop. So like it's really a marriage, bro. Like having a restaurant is like having a marriage, and like you want to have exciting marriage. You want to have different things and have some excitement, not just, hey, how you doing today? What are you guys
Same
drinking?
Thing that everybody else provides.
So when I left the Gulf Shores, this was in August. I came back and I'm on my lawnmower. I have a small farm over here, and we were working on the lawn and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, I'm just kind of done with the Mexican restaurant concept.
Okay.
Like that was my dad's idea. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my dad did it. It worked for him in the 90s. I'm in a different market now. I have competitors on the road they have that covered. And it didn't have it in me to even like compete with them because it wasn't exciting for me. So what I did was I had an emergency call with my staff. At the time I had about 6 employees, I think 5 or 6 employees. So all right, listen, this is what we're doing. Who likes to listen to Spanish music all day long at the restaurant? Nobody. I'm actually in the music industry too. So I'm actually a DJ. I've been DJing since 2001. So like music to me is everything. So when you come to my place, dude, when the restaurant's closed, we're jamming out to like the Beatles, like Eminem, whatever we're playing, we're having fun, and my team loves it. But the minute we turn lights and cameras action on with the restaurant, boom, we go right to some boring Mexican music. But because that's what the customer is coming through the door is expecting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I said, this is what we're doing. We're going to get away from that. We're going to keep the Mexican food that's selling, and then we're going to go and add our own stuff on it and add a twist to it. And it's about the experience, about really having something different. So what I end up doing is, since I love the food truck experience, I actually installed 2 food trucks inside the building. So when you come in now, I have a DJ booth for myself so that we can do like music trivia, music bingo, just have fun, different things like that. Possibly some live music, some just entertainment up there. We have TVs. For people who want to watch sports. I had the 2 food trucks. I have a full bar. We redid the whole place. We have a whole game room put in there, pool tables. And really my idea was to have a little bit for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not just that experience, like really just almost like a self-service experience. Like you would do it at a food truck. You know what I mean? So a little more controlled
tables.
environment.
This place sounds completely different than what you had.
But I have like
Doesn't even seem like the same restaurant.
No, for sure. Because like I said, it's me. Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Like now I call it the Miguelization of everything. You know what I'm saying?
I
For
like
real.
that.
Nice.
And like I've been through a lot of shit in the last 2 years, and like I named it Off the Rails because my life is off the rails, and I feel like I'm a little crazy sometimes. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you're right next to the railroad
Yeah, we're
track.
right there, the
right
railroad
off the
tracks. So kind of like
rails.
goes hand in hand. So it made sense. And like, you know, you guys listen like Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train,
Yeah.
you know, it's fun, it's exciting, it's different. And on my signs, I pretty much put like fun, because fun to me is like a quotation, because fun is just a general word. You know what I mean? Like what is fun to you may not be fun to me.
Yep.
So fun to it can be represented on many things. I mean, people want to come in and play a card game, play some Uno out there, you know, hit the pool machine, hit the bar, hit a food truck, and then eventually I'll actually have food trucks on the outside as well. So I have a food truck there, 2 food trucks installed. One's gonna always have bar stuff. The other one's gonna have like rotation menu. So we'll just do different things on the other food truck.
You have built in multiple food trucks into your restaurant. Is that what?
Yeah. So there's 2. There's 2.
Are these food trucks? They're serving different food, or is it just like, you know how Pete's Garage? Not to shout them out, but shout out.
But it's experience.
Pete's Garage has cars you can sit in.
Exactly.
Same thing,
but they're operable, and they're also they're gonna work just like a food truck. Like I actually train my staff on my food truck. Like, you know, Ma, we talk about Ma, right?
Yep.
So Ma's been working in the commercial kitchen and restaurant industry her whole entire life. So the last 6 months I've been putting her on the food truck, just so that she gets that experience down. So now that she's going on, she's like, oh, the food truck is fun, you know? Like, yeah. So now I want to put I got her almost trained to like actually run things like how you do in a food truck. People are right there talking to her. She's fun. She's energetic and cooking some bomb ass food. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to the other food trucks, and then the other food truck will have just different stuff on it.
Okay,
it's always gonna be changing.
Yeah,
it's always gonna be changing. Just different menus. You know, different whatever we're feeling for the week. Also,
rotating menu. I like
menus.
that.
I also had an idea to do like pop-ups. So some people who are in the food industry, or that like can't operate in the winter, like you were saying, like they come through. I got a spot for you. You can, you know, work out of here, things like that. I'll have to figure all that out and how that would all work. But that's my idea. That's my concept. So when you walk through the doors, literally, we're gonna have whatever got music playing. I got jukebox in there now.
Okay.
So now I got jukebox. People can play what they want to play. You know what I mean? And that's just different. It's exciting. You know what I mean?
I miss jukeboxes.
Yeah.
Especially like the old school ones, where you had to
how it would flip.
They flipped, and you push the button, and
yeah. So the last
you don't see those too often.
No, sure.
I remember the first song I ever heard a jukebox play. We're gonna play that game, okay? Was George Thorogood and the Destroyers, "Bad to the Bone." Bad to the bone.
That's awesome, bro.
How about you, Dalano? What was your first?
I don't know. I don't even remember what my first would be. I don't even remember. But I know now they got these new ones. They're touchscreen, because I went to this bar recently and they had a new one, touchscreen, millions of songs on it. I'm like, wow.
Every song ever invented. Almost.
Yeah, basically, exactly.
Miguel, you got
so yeah. I actually was thinking about this the other day. I love the bar. I love bars. Like bars, like it's a place where it's therapeutic to some people. Some people go there to make new friends, you know, to meet women, meet guys, things like that back in the day anyways. And I remember going into bars, and my dad had this like Spanish song that he liked to play. So it was you won't know the artist, but his name is Vicente Fernandez, and these were old school flip ones, bro. So you go click, 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 click. You put $1 in there. You play like 10 songs probably for $1, and then you just see him clipping. So the funny thing is, recently I was been listening to some songs that my dad used to listen to on the jukebox, like this week actually. I'm thinking like, okay, I remember the song. I remember what the album looked like, because you see the album art. You know what I mean? But so I was listening to the song this week. It's kind of cool.
That's one thing. Now shift into the music for a second. I miss I miss CDs or albums and the cover art and the you open up that CD and you got that book.
Yeah,
you're reading the books, whether it's the lyrics or it's something else in that book.
Yeah,
the artwork. I miss that.
Yeah, me too.
You do not get that
or
anymore.
Sometimes it would come with like another disc. It'd be like a DVD or something. Like
albums are they still making wax though. Like you can still buy albums.
I miss albums.
You can, but no, it's not like it was.
It's not.
It was easier back then for artists, for sure, because you can easily make 1,000 albums, sell them for $10 a piece. You know what I'm saying? What is that? $10,000? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you can't do that now.
How
Now you put it on the distributions. Now you got to pay for promotion. You're losing money.
Yeah.
Swear, back in the day was so much easier.
So you're saying it's harder for an artist now?
Now, way harder for an artist
because other people I've heard have said the opposite. As far as like being able to be independent and distribute their stuff, say on YouTube or whatever, versus
I feel like they feel like that because of YouTube and Instagram. But for someone who's like, I was here when I was selling CDs compared to I'm here now still.
Yep.
And back then you probably had 1 million rappers. Now you got 100 million rappers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes it harder for real. It does. I think it does.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like touring is like I was actually listening to who DJ Godfather is?
Yeah.
So I actually played with him a couple times many years ago, but he's been real cool, and he owns bars now. But anyways, he was talking about that recently. He's like, dude, like stream stuff, like you're not making no money on it, because like listen, how many times you listen to free music now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's all,
unfortunately, it's just access for it. People got free access, and they're not going to pay for it.
And the big thing too back in the day was like you can walk up to an artist and be like, "Yo, check out my demo." Probably have 5 songs on it, right? Now they want you to drop a song and a music video every week. They want you to already have over 100,000 followers. They want you to already be making money. They want your music to already be selling. It's like, damn, if that's the case, Eminem would have never made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you guys are looking for.
Tom McDonald, for example, right? You know who that is? Have you ever heard of him? Not to toot my horn, but I was his 7th YouTube subscriber. And I was telling Ryan for 4 years, like, this dude's gonna blow. He was putting new stuff out every week. He was putting a video and a song out every single week, all through COVID. He was putting things out every single week. He'd put out videos every single day. And I don't necessarily even listen to him now, right? But he got to a point maybe a year ago where every single song he puts out now hits platinum.
Wow.
And he's done it all independently. Him and his girlfriend are putting the CDs and signing them and sending them out and doing everything themselves. Maybe they've got like a guy they get the CDs from or whatever.
Yeah.
What is that? Distributor?
Anyone. You can go through like a website, and just have them press them up for you.
Okay. I think that's what the only thing outside.
And then they probably got the barcodes on them, so each one they sell does get recorded.
But that dude hit it. He finally hit it, and I'm like, I just feel like I was a 7th follower. You know what I mean?
How long did it take him to go from 7 followers to 1 million?
To 1 million?
Or
to
however many he has.
To hit platinum, I bet you 4 years.
Okay.
Probably more than that, but from when I found him, because he had just recently started, he was a wrestler at one point, and then he switched over. He's more political. He does a political rap.
Got you.
But in the beginning, I'm like, dude, now it's one of those things where he raps and sounds kind of similar every time. So I'm like,
but he made it.
I need
right?
variety.
Yeah.
Now he's doing what he wants to do.
Now he's doing exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah. But the problem too is if you think about it, like, fuck, where do you play CD at?
Yeah, cars
you know
don't.
What? I said that to my girl today. I was like, I always see this guy because I stay downtown, and there's this guy always on his bike selling CDs every day, even if it's snowing out there. He's out there selling CDs, and we drove by him actually earlier today, and I was like, man, like, I want to hear his music, but I don't even have a CD player to play his song. My car don't even got a CD player no more. Like, my computer doesn't got a CD player no more. Like, I don't got nowhere to play it.
Yeah, that's true.
for
my
sure.
computer doesn't either. Now that you say that,
Right?
Like I'm on MIDI controllers. Like I actually just upgraded my turntables, and then we're all on MIDI.
MIDI, yeah.
So we're
USB drive, if
that's it.
anything. Yeah.
We're not even touching we're not even touching
Bluetooth, for real.
CDs no more. And actually, what I did in my restaurant, my DJ booth, I actually got all my old school DJ equipment out. I mean, I have like 20 years of equipment.
Oh wow!
So I'm like, I want to use some of this as artwork in my place.
Yeah.
Like I have a gigantic a flight box, and I wrote on there like off the rails and stuff. Like it's different. It's history, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you want to know my favorite memory of you, Miguel? I was thinking of it when I'm sitting here. Is when we had the comedy show at your place and you opened up.
yeah.
Hey, he's like, I've been thinking about doing this.
You did a comedy?
Yeah, he
show?
opened up. He opened up
Yeah,
for the big boys of comedy.
Yeah, because
Okay.
the guy didn't show up or something like that.
And I'm gonna tell you what,
So on the spot you went? You didn't even know?
Yep.
that-
I've been
What?
like, yeah.
He did it too. He
Wow.
did a good job too.
Nice, nice.
I'm not saying he's a big boy comedy, but he did a great job for just being in there, and I couldn't have done it like he did it. He could have jumped. It was like he was an opener.
Yeah.
Opening up is the hardest part, I think, of the whole show.
Yeah, because you got to light it up.
Yep,
from there,
you got to
for
warm
real.
everybody up. And
Yeah.
Great job,
Dude,
That-
I was like, I always told myself I want to be a stand-up comedian eventually. Like when it's my time now, you know?
Yep.
So I'm just kind of busy with my daughters now. I have 3 daughters. So it's 10, 12, and 13. So they take a lot of my time. But like once I get, things established, bro, and I want to definitely do some stand-up just for fun.
well,
Like it brings the energy, you know?
Maybe you could even do comedy night at your spot, something like
there
that,
go,
you know?
Like open night, Mike
For real.
night.
every
Bring
Thursday
like-
night at the
Bring like a
Ranger
popular
Experience.
comedian, and then you open up for him. Straight
Yeah,
up,
that's your thing.
Straight up, there
Yeah,
you go, and
for
then
sure.
that'll bring people too. Boom,
Yeah.
boom.
That's my thing now is like I've been on the road so much, bro. Like all these years just DJing, just doing like podcasts. Like I do like a lot of different podcasts and stuff, just talking about like, my hustle and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause I want to inspire people. I want people to like know that they can do stuff. Cause like I was always told I couldn't do much. I mean, like, oh yeah, you can't do that. So like I'm here to tell you, you can really grind out, but you gotta put the work in for it. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
guess, you were I'm gonna guess this just based off of statistics, right? You were a C student in high school.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, listen,
I knew it.
I was a C- student because
Me too.
Hey, listen, the C for me was par. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a C, you're good.
Yep.
So like you put the bar right there. That's why I hit it.
I hit
Now-
that bar every
Now,
time.
something I don't talk about much is I actually got my degree from Wayne State University.
Okay.
So like I worked my ass off to get a degree, bro. And the crazy thing is I go back to my records of all my grades, and every single grade was a C minus from elementary. Now imagine this. I'm an entrepreneur. I've always been. I love business, but like I wanted to prove my parents, make my parents proud of me. So I like pushed my way through college. And when I got into college, I found it was another hustle. So I learned how the college stuff works and all the grants and stuff. I'm like, I can get paid to go to school. Sign me up, bro. So I did take it serious, but it took me 8 years to get my 4-year degree. So I started there in 2002 when I graduated high school. And for 8 years, I was at Wayne State University, and I never gave up, bro. I literally had a 2.1 GPA average when I was when I graduated, and they're like, oh, if you don't finish these classes or pass this class, you get kicked out of the college. I'm like, I don't care, bro. I'm getting this done. So that's the thing, bro. Like, and that's where the harder part about me is that like it was a complete lie, because after I got my degree, I went to work for Verizon Wireless, and these people literally don't care about my degree.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like the whole time it's like, hey, you want to achieve something and go work for the band, you got to get a degree. So go to school for business, and then you'll get a job, well-paying job. Well, I was going in there with a 3-piece suit on with my diploma. Hey man, there you go, bro. There's that degree.
I got the ticket,
And then
dude.
they're like this. All right. Anyways, how many years experience do you have selling this and this and that? And I'm like, oh, well, did you see you didn't look at my degree? Oh, did you? So I came to a point where they didn't care about the degrees. And they said to me, we were looking for experience. And one guy told me, he's like, I have a candidate right now that's 10 years experience in the wireless industry, in leadership quality to him. Like, why would I hire you because you came off the street with a degree, bro? I left that interview and I worked even fucking harder to get to like actually understand the industry I was actually in. So degrees, bro, like I said, I was exactly what you said.
Yep.
C student, bro.
It's most entrepreneurs are, not all, obviously, but most. They say that most entrepreneurs, it's because they got ADD, they're lazy, but they're not lazy as in, oh, I'm not going to do it. They're when you're lazy, you find better ways to do things.
Yeah.
Not just, oh, we're just going to do it how it is. No, we're going to find a better way to do it so it takes less of my time or whatever, right? That's why I see students, we're the best at that.
Yeah.
We're the best at figuring out loopholes and stuff like that.
My
We spent our whole life figuring them out.
Right. My thing is, if I sit back and I'm like, okay, I spent 8 years trying to get this degree just so that way, you know, my parents can boast about me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, my son got a degree. He works for Verizon Wireless. I was always told coming up when I had my hustles, bro. I've been DJing since I'm 17 years old. Go get a real job. Go get a real job. Go get a real job. I'm like, bro, I'm making bank doing this. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, if I had 8 years behind me under my belt to like actually put in my business now, you know, where would I be? But also, it is good to have that.
That business degree is helping you, isn't it? Though, and
I mean, you do like more.
You could have went without it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
like it didn't matter. Now I could have went and took a YouTube video on how to do PDFs.
Yeah.
And how to like write an essay or something like that.
Took a 6-month certificate.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's just about the hustle behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it actually like speaks volumes of like I struggled the whole way through and I got it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's awesome, because that's the biggest thing is just don't quit.
Don't quit. Show up.
You will never make it if you quit ever,
Right.
ever. The Tom McDonald guy. If he'd have stopped halfway through because everybody was saying he sucked in the beginning, nothing, right?
Right.
And they're gonna tell
you wouldn't be here all through these. How you know?
Yeah.
That's how long have you been doing music? Like what type of music? How is it run in the studio? Let's get into that.
So I've been making music for over 20 years now, really since I was like around 10, 11 years old. So I always wanted to be a rapper. And get signed. So I always wanted to meet Eminem. So I figured what better way to meet him than to actually make music and maybe build a relationship with him one day. So I always pursued that as a rapper. And then I ended up going to prison and getting locked up. And then when I came out a couple years later, I saved up and I was able to invest in a recording studio. Now the recording studio I got is on 8 Mile in Greenfield. And it's in the same building that Eminem and D12 used to record at back in the day before they made it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, isn't it? So I knew there was history in that building. And I knew that if I went in that building now and I put like the best of the best equipment, that it would pop. And that's what happened. And then a year and a half later, I ended up getting the second studio, which was the original one Eminem had. So now I got 2 studios and yeah, it goes great. I mean, we work with like big artists, you know, like Boldy James just recorded his EP over there. The Alchemist came from Cali to work. A bunch of people, I can really just keep naming them, you know, but the work speaks for itself for real.
Yeah, and I've been there. You've got a little podcast studio, green screen. You got the setup, dude.
Yeah.
You got. I said little, but it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing little about it. I'll tell you that right now. It's like full production, everything you would think of when you think of like here's a music studio. It is it. Right. We say we got a music studio. We just got a computer and a microphone. I loved it. It was so cool seeing everything on the TVs and just seeing you do the work. Seeing I forget the case. Yeah. Seeing you guys do your thing. It reminds me of like video editing a little bit, right? The audio parts but you guys can get into the deepest sections possible and just do what you need to do to make anybody sound better.
Yeah.
I always think I think like being able to create like somebody's sound is something special. And not a lot of people can do it properly, as you can hear out here. If everybody could, you wouldn't need to go to you, right?
Right.
So, like, I just think because you'd have a sound. Everybody, whether you change your thing up or not, you still have that sound, right? Eminem has 17 different flows, but it's still Eminem.
Right.
How do you go about creating somebody's sound like that? You know what I mean?
I think it just comes from working with so many artists that like right when you hear a specific person go, whether like you'll know their style right away. I'll know like what effects to put on their voice, what not to put. Literally, right while they're in the booth recording, I'm adding some sauce to it and doing something. Right when they come on, they're like, "Damn, this sounds good." Just off rip. I feel like engineering is something that it's you gotta want to do it. You gotta really like feel the music. It's not something anyone can just be like, yo, I want to be an engineer, because not everyone has that ear.
Right.
Like I see it for myself. That's why it's so hard to really, if I needed to hire someone tomorrow, it'd be so hard, you know, because like I have high standards when it comes to music. So it would be hard. So I'm blessed that I got the team that I got, for real.
And you're right, they're in there recording and you guys are out here doing your thing while they're recording, and by the time dude comes out of the booth, it's damn near done.
Yeah.
That was just a cool process to watch you guys do that, whether it's the rappers going in and freestyling or whether they're sitting together writing, and the whole process is awesome. So you said you wanted to meet Eminem.
Yeah.
Being in his former studio, that's like the first step. Yeah.
Right.
It's like one of those things where it's like, okay, this is the path he took. If I kind of, it's not the same direct path, but you're in his shadow, if we want to call it that. So what's the next?
Have you met him yet?
So I met,
or how close have you come?
So I met like Royce Bizarre comes to my studio sometimes and records. That's his thing. I met M one time. I don't really want to talk about that story, but I met him one time. Royce, I met Royce a bunch of times. Royce actually made a video shouting me out and shouting out my studios and stuff.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah, so that's sweet. Bizarre did one like that too for me. Yeah, so I mean, I'm still pushing. Everyone keeps telling me that they see me like some sort of CEO, one day and whatnot. I still want to make it as an artist. Don't get me wrong, but I don't mind the behind the scenes thing, because I figured out in life what like really generates me money. What works for me might not work for the other guy, and then what works for the other guy might not work for me. So I kind of don't mind that, because it's working for me. Like life in general is working for me, and I love that. Yeah, that's I like to be the brains of a lot of things. I don't mind sitting back and not being in front of the camera sometimes. That's cool with me, as long as everything's going good. I'm happy.
Yep. That's exactly how I am too.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, I mean, being the man, like you're on so many projects, bro.
Yeah.
Like like you're not just down on one thing.
Yeah.
You can oversee so many more things.
Yeah.
But like, I think you got to get it out of you first to like actually like be the artist, and like that really who's calling the shots is the man above that.
Exactly. You know what
I'm saying? You want to own the studio, bro.
Yeah.
Like you want to own the grocery store. You don't want us to be
Exactly.
the bread guy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, so that's how it is, bro.
So now too, the other way I'd be looking at it is, instead of me just owning my music, I own all these rappers' music that are coming in the studio from major record labels. Now I'm getting a percentage of all those songs. You know what I'm saying? Like when they come from Cali to work, when the Alchemists come, Boldy James, whoever, like them guys get views.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all money. That's like my retirement check.
Now, how does that work?
Plan right there.
Who's gonna hit it too.
Yeah. So the way that works is, so with an artist like that, he gets like hundreds of thousands, millions of views, whatever. So basically we get a percentage of all the songs he records by us, whoever it is, whatever we would get a percentage out of that
per play or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, per play. Yeah.
So that's obviously that with streaming and everything, that's how everybody's getting paid. Or I guess let me I know that's how a lot of people are getting paid, but what are other ways that an artist like yourself can be paid without relying on say
Streams.
so many streams. Oh, because you're not getting paid very much per stream, right?
Bro, the streams ain't nothing, man. They're ripping you off. They're ripping.
So how would I,
ripping
as an artist, actually make money in the game?
I would say clothing, shows, features, special event appearances. You kind of just gotta find a way for you and kind of create your own lane. But it's like once you do that, you'll figure it out. I think I just been doing it for so long. Like I kind of gave up on the whole trying to impress the internet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I took a step back. I don't mind it because it's working for me. But if the younger me, that's all I wanted to do was impress people. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm scared to be on camera these days because I'm scared that I might say something maybe you might not like. Maybe I wouldn't have been here because I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I would talk shit. I would want the smoke. You know what I'm saying? But
wouldn't think that right now, me knowing you is like you're calm and you're collected.
You know, I'm real calm, collected. But I was crazy. Like I was crazy, like 6'9" before the whole snitching shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that was me. I was crazy. Like I wanted all this, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be that crazy motherfucker. But as I got my businesses and as I started developing all these big relationships, I started looking at myself like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? What am I doing? Like I'm sitting around millionaires now. Like I cannot be
like a fool.
Yeah, I can't be doing that. Like they might not want to do business with me. You know, you might not take me serious. You know, you're an older, mature guy, you know, come in here all crazy, all with my goons and shit. You're going to be like, man, what's up with this guy? You know, like
maturity, brother.
Yeah. That's maturity. It's as you I grew up, you know. And,
yeah. Because dudes like 6'9", you see where they end up. They don't last long.
Exactly.
They're a little smoke in the fire for, you know, a year. Maybe year and a half, 2 years, and then what?
And then as you grow, you
most of the time they waste their money. Or actually, what I've recently learned is that wasn't even their money. They you know they were fronted this money,
and that's
I just found that out.
Growing up, I didn't know that. When you hear $1 million contract, you're thinking, damn, I'm gonna get $1 million. But as I grew up, it's
borrow
like,
you $1 million.
They give you $1 million. They give you $1 million. You got to pay them $3 million back. Like fuck that.
I never knew that until honestly like a month ago.
Fuck that.
I just learned that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That
changes the whole vision,
thing.
Right?
Yeah.
It's all smoke and mirrors anyways for the most part. All the stardom. You got to know somebody.
You got to know somebody.
Going back to what you said about degrees, right? Same thing. It's better to know somebody, than what you know, right?
Yep.
Who you know.
It's who you know, not what you know. Yeah.
All networking. Mm-hmm. Like I literally do business with people who I've known like 20, 30 fucking years ago. And like if you look at just in business in general, or even life, like it's all about how you play your cards and like who can help you get where you need to be.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what you're talking about though, because at the end of the day, like how old are you, Mass?
33.
I'm glad you found that out though early though. You know what I'm saying? Because you still got a good journey ahead of you.
More than half.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And like and then once you figure out that like literally, you know, you don't know who you're talking to, bro, like that might be your next ticket, your next episode. If you acting a fool out there, they're not gonna fuck with you.
And one thing,
you don't know who's in front of you. You don't know who you're talking to.
I'm a goofball online. You know what I mean? I stir some buckets, but in the grand scheme of things, you do not know who's gonna be in that door when you open it. Who's gonna be in this room when you open that door? Anywhere you go, right?
Right.
Craziest people I've ever been in the room. I've never had no business in the room with them, but we're there.
Yep.
I know you've been through it. You've been. Yep. It's you never ever know who's gonna be there. You could be in an elevator with a dude that could change your life.
Yeah.
You really could.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
How many times has that really happened? Quite a few, more than you would think.
Yeah.
Just taking an elevator and 5 minutes with some stranger could change your whole life forever.
That's how I met Dalano Porter. You know who?
Who is he?
He's Eminem's hype man.
Okay.
Yup, the guy that's always on stage with Eminem. Yup, he produces a lot of his stuff too. But that's how I met him. I was at this event downtown, hopped on the elevator. He hopped on the elevator, you know, and I got to talk to him real quick. This was probably like over 10 years ago.
Don Cherry, I met that way. You know who that is?
No.
He's the hockey guy, announcer guy that wears the crazy suits.
Okay, yep.
I met him in Pittsburgh one time in an elevator, and in my inside, I'm going, oh my God, this Don Cherry. But I was like, what's up, Mr. Cherry? Have a good day. You know?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't like to ask people for autographs, and I don't like to do that stuff.
Yeah, same here. I get shy. Like, I be having big people come to my studio. Last week I had a guy from the Detroit Lions come. They just drafted him, Terrion Arnold. I guess he raps too. He made 9 songs in 2 hours. Crazy. But like, I'd be even scared to be like, can I get a picture with you? You know,
Yeah.
I'd be more on the, you know, since I know they're big, I'll be like, yo, I'll give you a free studio session, you know, or whatever you want, you know, like, let's work on something together. That's like, That's how the studio really benefits me. That's, you know, when I meet all these big people, I'm like, don't even worry about paying for it, but let's work on something together.
Yep.
You know,
That's big time networking right there.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have a field to play on.
Right. You know, and the thing, I just be getting random calls. Like, he found me, I think it was off of Google for real. You know, seeing the pictures or whatever, and called me. And at first I didn't know it was him. I made him send a deposit. I said, you gotta send me a deposit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He did, and it said his name, you know? And then when he came, I was like, yeah, bro, don't worry about nothing else. It was cool.
That's cool. How it was. I worked at Verizon in Allen Park, and like the Ford whatever their facility they practice in and shit for the Lions, and these guys come in. I'm like, so you want 2 iPhones? This is fraudulent. You got real good credit, bro. And I'd be sitting there like questioning them, like, he's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, you know. And then I don't watch sports, so my other coworkers like, you know who that is? Blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck, but I do know is he's being cheap right now. That's what I do know. But I'm treating like anyone else, you know. Or the coach would come up to me, like the coach would be like, oh, you got coach's phone. You better not be going through stuff. I'm like, I honestly don't care, bro. This is all business to me. But it's so funny that you say that, you know. It's really how it is, though.
Yeah.
Also, they respect you on the chill level, like, you know, because I feel like they ain't got nothing that I want, to be honest.
No,
with you.
Right.
Especially you don't even like sports.
Yeah, they don't like, I don't get starstruck no more from like celebrities and shit. Like when The Alchemist came to the studio, I told one of my engineers, yo, The Alchemist is coming to the studio tonight. Like, do you want to stay around? And he's like, what? And I'm like, what, bro? Like, what? He's like, bro, are you serious? You know, he was like shocked. I'm like, yeah, because I guess he looks up to him. You know, he's a fan of him and whatnot. So, you know, that made me happy, though, seeing him happy, you know. But I don't get that feeling no more. Just like
call
that.
him the wrong name on accident. we were doing something, and Darren McCarty was in the audience, and I was like, this guy over here, Daryl McCarthy.
No, McCarthy. Oh, hit him with the McCarthy.
Yeah. It's fun. Life is fun when you make it that way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we all have our ups and downs, but if you can have a possibility of making your life fun while you build, Miguel's figuing it out. He's got that.
What you love,
I can't wait to come see that new place.
If you ain't doing what you love, man, you ain't doing it right.
Yeah.
You know, and it took me a long time to like figure that out.
Me too.
I was I'll be like, I was probably like 30, 35. I watched this video, and like he was just talking about like living in your life and living by your gift, and like love what you do, you know, and like watching these people. I was never gonna meet these people, you know, like on Steve Harvey, all these other guys on motivational stuff. So I started looking for bigger things, you know, like watching these motivational guys. And like that was my thing, dude. I'm like, do I love what I'm doing right now? Or do I hate it? And like, you just gotta take a risk on yourself, bro.
Yeah.
If I'm miserable every time I wake up to go to, and I get it. If you're stuck at a job and you have to take care of your family, sometimes it is what it is, and some people like that life. But I don't. Nope. I like to build my own path and figure things out myself. And
I tell my team I want to fail. Because then I know what to do right.
Exactly. You only know.
Like I had a meeting last week with my new team, and just kind of transitioning through. All right, listen, we're gonna fuck up for a good couple months, just so you guys know, and it's okay though, because then we know how to fix it, and we know how to grow from there, and then we can also know what not to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is not a new start for me. So like I'm excited just to get a new fresh slate going, bro. And it's like I said, if I did it when it wasn't something that I was like really bought into, I'm like something I love doing right now, it's gonna be killer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love it even more now. So
Yep.
And
I
that's
agree.
people like, oh yeah, you go get a day job and support your kids. I mean, this is my dream. I worked so hard to get here. I'm not just gonna let it go.
And then if
We're just gonna
I'm
pivot.
supporting my kids,
Because
what's the
the
damn?
thing is,
because I'm not out here making millions, or
some people are
neither
so
are you.
scared to change, bro. Because some people are scared to change. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like change literally like freezes some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I'm all about. I know my life's going to change. I embrace change. I've been embracing change for the
That's
last
the
10
only
years.
only factual thing that's going to
It's
happen.
going to change. Ain't nothing forever. Nothing's forever.
Everything changes.
Everything's going to change.
Yep.
And the minute you can be like, you know what, I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna be open to change, dude. You're gonna see stars, bro. And like
Yep.
one day, I know I'm gonna look back and things are gonna fall in place for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's already starting.
It's already
falling,
like
you
literally
know?
already starting. For real.
I'm
Like I said,
excited. I'm excited to. I'm gonna look at some pictures afterwards. I didn't see them, but
yeah.
I'm trying to picture these food trucks, built-in food trucks, and
See, I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole entire life.
so is it Mexican food still?
So we do have
No.
some top selling Mexican food,
I can't remember.
but we don't have a Mexican restaurant concept.
It's something
Like I don't want concepts. I don't want a label.
rotating
I'm like peeling
menu.
the
That's right.
labels off. Like I just want a cool place people can go to and literally just find something that they're gonna like, and they're gonna come back and they're gonna walk through the door and they're gonna be excited, you know. Because once again, it goes back to experience, bro. And the world we live in right now, when we can see this on a day-to-day basis, no matter where you go in the service industry, you're treated like shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're not excited to see you, and they don't give a fuck if you're upset about your food or if it's slapped on the
Yeah.
burger or not.
Dude, I just
Whatever
ordered
it
a
is.
pizza.
It's like they hate their job.
They
Yeah,
do.
I ordered
real.
a pizza today, and we're like, "Hey, so what's the special?" She said the special, and then we're like, "Okay, so how much is a single topping versus the double special?" I don't know.
Look it up. Jump.
What do you, well,
It's on our
we
menu.
asked her
Like, I'm
twice,
calling you. What do you mean?
and she was like, "I don't know," like, and said it like we were like, "What do you want me to do about it?"
Man.
What do you mean? You know, actually do your job. And you wonder why people are bitching about having to tip, because you're not even giving a service anymore. You're
Right.
doing bare minimum.
And they're not happy where they're at, but they're not doing shit about it. I'm sorry, you
That's the
work here.
biggest
This is
thing.
a decision you
Right.
made to work at Domino's or
Yeah.
whatever. Hey, I'm not.
We all
I'm
started
not,
somewhere.
I'm not talking
Yep.
down to you.
Nope.
I'm just asking you to do your damn job. To be
I
honest
still
with
got
you.
my day job
Yeah.
all
And,
day
like,
long.
that's one thing when I hire my staff, it's like you got to hold a conversation, because for me, communication is key, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you can't communicate, you're dead in the water. And the only people who are gonna make it in this world are communicators. You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
truth.
It's 100% the truth.
Mhm.
And that's just if you can talk to a crowd or talk to anyone and like really, you know, launch that energy and show them that energy, bro. You can do anything.
Not to bring them up, but that's the reason why Andrew Tate is as big as he is. That's the reason why Donald Trump is as big as
Right,
he
exactly.
is, because
For
they're
sure.
master communicators.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying about competition. It's like when I knew this competitor was coming down the road for me, people call me on, oh, you know that someone's. I don't care. It's they ain't none of my business what they're doing over there. Okay,
Yep.
I mean, because guess what? They can't buy the energy I bring. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like now that I'm doing it my way, and like it's awesome. And I'm not just trying to pump myself up. Hey, listen, I've been working my ass off on this by myself. You know what I'm saying? I have
The love's there.
we have Ma's helping me out. So me and one of my employees, we've just been working hard on this. And like we're putting love into it. We're taking our time with it. We're doing it right. You know what I'm saying? We're not rushing it. And we're just gonna do it how I'm visualizing it. And like to see your visualizations come together, bro, it's like
It's the best.
it's the best drug ever, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then already to see customers in the door and like feel the energy when you walk into my place, bro, it's pretty fun.
Going off of that real quick, the visualization process, right? And seeing it come to life. Tell us the process and all that for making the song for you.
For me, for a song.
Yeah, you're making a song. What's the process? How
So-
you putting your mind to the paper?
The
to
hardest
the screen. Then
the hardest thing for me when it comes to making songs is picking the beat, because what I do is I'll write 4 to 8 bars for the beat, and I'll know if I'm gonna keep going or not. So sometimes I'll write 4 or 8 bars, and I'm like, no, it's not this beat, you know. So I really don't I don't like recording like little rough draft songs. I only like recording when it's like go time, like let's do it, boom, record it, lay it down, that's it. I hate going back and re-recording stuff. Sometimes I write, sometimes I don't, just depending on where I'm at, what I'm doing, what beat it is. Yeah, man. First time I've ever seen that was like Cheddar Boy Malik and Vezo. I did a song with them, and I seen them. They didn't write. They like went in there and freestyle it bar for bar, 2 bars at a time. And then that's kind of how I learned not to write, was after just watching them. I kind of just went home and boom, studied it. Next thing you know, I was trying it, and I perfected it.
The Lil Wayne effect.
Yeah, yup. But I think it just really, all that stuff comes with just doing it. Like, let's say I stop making music for a year and then I get back to it. I'll be rusty, but after like 5 songs, I'm good. It's back. Like I found myself again. And it's always going to change. I noticed that with growth. I've seen so many people come and go. Like, so many people come in like shooting. They come in like, damn, he's going hard. He'll go hard for like 6 months, and then you don't see that artist going hard no more. And it's like, damn, I've seen so many people over the years come and go. Even studios, I've seen so many studios open and close. People come and go. Like, damn, like
it goes back to the persistence thing, right?
Yeah,
they don't hit it. And they're like,
and they stop.
I guess this fishing hole sucks.
Boom. But little did they know they had it.
Patience,
like I seen it. Like
patience.
You guys, you had it.
So many people I grew up with this one dude. I'm telling you, all he needed was the right people to see him. Didn't happen when he was 21. Became a dad and he's got like 7 kids now. Doesn't rap at all. I'm man, the talent, the potential that is, I don't want to say wasted, but it was, because this dude was like a Lil Wayne Drake mix. You put them together, even though Drake is that, you know what I mean? Yeah. But he was just that style of music, and he was good, dude. He really was. But
that's life, the thing, man. Like you got to keep showing up.
Yep.
Every day. And when you get pushed down, you keep showing up again.
Yeah.
And the problem is some people, especially in the music industry, they get knocked down, they ain't get back up. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't take one to the chin and be like, I fucked up. Or like, right, I need to get better, or I need to change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then I got another buddy I grew up with. This dude, he's in a band, and they were like a Day to Remember style, right? They made it. They went out to Cali to record a record. Their lead singer quits on them to go make rap beats. In the middle of recording this record, they got maybe 4 songs done, right? Never found that perfect mix again with the lead singer and stuff. Now he's doing like I don't even know what the genre is, and I don't want to, but it's like they're doing DJ stuff where I don't know the term for the genre, but it's 2 dudes and they're doing back and forth DJ stuff, almost like techno, but it's not techno.
Okay.
It's like house music.
EDM.
It's that style, but that's not what they called it.
Got you.
But that goes to, okay, this lane dried up, let's go to a different lane, right? Just like reinventing yourselves. You have to do that. And that's part of keep going. We were, for example, Brain Jerk. And when we first started, we were everywhere. You couldn't look anywhere without seeing us. Well, we were too busy. We couldn't focus.
Right. I want to say all over.
Go. No focus. So we take a few steps back to be able to focus, and everybody thinks we fell off. No, we're just regrouping.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing, right? I know you've done it.
Yeah.
We've all been there. And a lot of people think the regroup is a fail, but for people like us, it's the learning experience.
Yeah.
To jetpack to the next thing.
You can't be good if you're just rushing through it.
Right.
Because once again, go back to what you said. It's only gonna last so long, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're like, business and life is just like a whole marathon, bro. You gotta you can't tire yourself out in the first mile. when you got to run 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real, think about it though. And like you got to like be strategic about it. Have a plan in place, have goals in place, know when you're hitting marks. And like that's why I interview people all the time. And I'm like, all right, what's your goal? Tell me your goals, bro. My goals are
a lot of people haven't thought
you should
about
have
it.
a 6 month, 9 month, 3 month, 6 month, 9 month, and then a 1, 3, and 5 year goal. And if you don't know if you're hitting milestones or you're actually doing hitting goals, like what are you doing? You're just running.
Just shooting things.
You don't even know if it's good or not, or if it's if it's gonna stick. So you can't rush it. You gotta really just enjoy the process. And like every entrepreneur I listen to, like I follow Andy Frisell and some of these big guys out there and these podcasters. They're like, if I could tell myself anything, is enjoy the process.
Yeah,
because they want to get to the end, and they said that never comes. Because you growth, you're always going to grow.
Yeah, don't climb the mountain to be seen.
Yeah,
climb the mountain to see the view.
Yeah,
not to be the view.
Goes back to what you were saying. Yeah.
Yep. Big Mike Tyson. Michael Tyson. I tried calling him. Mike Tyson said that one time.
All right, Darren McCarthy.
Never forgot it. Yeah, right. Big old Mike. Speaking real quick, isn't it kind of weird how like some of the best athletes in the world are all like Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson.
It was a good name in the 90s.
Yeah, tell me. That's wild.
Like Jennifer, Jennifer Lopez, all this other guy,
Jennifer Lopez,
Jennifer Aniston, whatever her name was.
So we're getting to the end of this. So let's we'll go with you first. Tell us where everybody can get a hold of you, find your beats, whatever, and then Miguel, right after he's done, go for it.
Yeah, everyone can get a hold of me. Just if you could Google Dalano DaLion, or you can search that on IG, Apple Music, YouTube. Dalano DaLion. If anybody needs beats, 313beats.com. If you guys need studio time, DaLion Nation Studios. Let's get it, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, man, thanks for having me again. It's always, exciting to get on here and some of your podcasts. I love coming to your studio.
You're always a great guest.
Dude, listen, your studio is like ultimately man cave. You know what I'm saying?
It really is. It really is.
Ryan was chilling in the office, like, hey, you got a water, because I really want to get the Fiji water today, but
yeah.
He just ran out or something. He's like, just go to the fridge. Hey, you got Arizona, this boy. I was like, all right, okay, the big cannon too,
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys having me, and I'm excited to really open the doors at a new venture for myself and just change. If you ever came to my restaurant in the past, you already know that you're going to get a good experience.
Yep.
There was no doubt about it. If you go through my surveys, you're going to see good experience. Miguel was great. Talk to the cook, things like that.
Miguel's never been rude and told me he didn't know what the price of anything was. He looked it up.
And I would, right. But if I didn't know something, I would definitely communicate that to you. Let me find out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But come check it out. It's a great experience. It's going to be completely different. Something that you've never seen before. Once again, we're located in Dundee. It's worth a drive. I've been saying this. It's a destination location. Okay. We are a bar with food trucks inside. So there's no rain. We're there, rain, shine, no matter what. We're going to have tons of things for families to do, tons of things for couples to do, tons of things. If you want to come by yourself, watch a game, or come by and shoot pool, I'll play a game of pool with you. So once again, we're called Cilantro. It's going to be Off the Rails. You can find us on Facebook at Off the Rails. We also still own and operate our taco truck. That's not going anywhere. That's more for the on the road stuff.
Still with Cilantro.
Yep. So that's going to be at Cilantro Taco Trailer, and then we also offer mobile bar services, and that's Cilantro on the Rocks. So we have a small little bar trailer. We can come out to your wedding or any event you're having, and cater mobile bar services as well. So look, once again, I appreciate it.
And his catered food is delicious.
Oh, cater food. We cater food. I mean, we do a little bit of everything. If you're having a party, call me. Let's put it that way.
Ma does work.
Ma, we need you. So call me directly if you're having any party, any kind of events. I'm also a DJ. I have photo booth services and things like that.
He'll
man.
Sing your daughter happy birthday.
Hey, whatever
He'll brush your dog. What
if we don't have someone, we'll find someone for you. Call me directly, 313-330-3375, or come see me in Dundee. We're located at 388 East Monroe in beautiful Dundee.
You having a bad day, go see him. He'll cheer you up.
I'll pump you up. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no doubt there.
If I'm having a bad day, you're not going to see me. So, I always want to remain positive and give you guys that energy, because that's something different in this world, and I feel like that's gonna be what sets us apart there.
And
off the rails.
I'll agree with that.
Off the rails, baby.
On that note, appreciate you guys for coming out.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Yep. All right, guys. See you next week.
Peace.
See you guys.
Brought to you by